So now the demo that we are going to do today is of a take. You know what a take is? Have you guys heard of this word before? In animation, what a take really means is when a character looks at something and his or her expression changes. Okay, so or when a character realizes something dramatic. So when you do what? That's a take. Okay, so whenever you animate a take, then the same principles apply. So there's always some ease in, ease out happening from keys to keys. Then you can always use your breakdowns to offset things. And there's always anticipation before the expression changes. So we are going to animate a take today, and we'll just see, and we'll just walk through the whole process, okay? Just the way we've been doing for the bouncing ball or for the hand and all of that. What I'm going to animate here is let's say, for example, someone calls this guy, okay, and he's just too fed up with him. So first of all, we'll change his expression. So let's make him frown a little, and then he's going to turn, and then he's going to look at the guy who's calling him, and then he realizes that something else completely. So then his expression just changes to a shock. Okay, so that's a simple acting piece that we'll try and do. So now, the very first thing, as we've been doing till now. All right, so the first thing that you should really do is you should start creating a shorthand for your character, okay? Whenever you start animating something which is very complex like this, it's always good to just break the character down into animatable form or something that you can remember, okay? So you just understand what the character is supposed to look like, right? So you just constantly check where his eyes are and what's the relationship between his eyes and his ears, and how all the shapes are put together.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
I always get confused on the cranial part when we put the solid drawing pass.
Uh-huh.
So where do you put the eye line? Like I see some people put it on top of the eyelid, or where do you usually put it?
I generally put it through the center of the eyes. But then again, it's very subjective, honestly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but as long as it can give you like a nice idea of where things are put, that's all we need really. Yeah.
Yeah,
That,
okay.
right? So whenever you start, just make sure you refer to a lot of model sheets, and you guys can really take existing characters. And as I told you, there's Living Lines library and all of those resources from where you can download a lot of model sheets for existing characters. So the first thing that you really need to do is just practice how you would draw this character in a very broken down format. Yeah. So just a ball for the cranium, just this for the eye line, where the nose sits, just a triangle maybe for the nose, and how everything is connected. All right. So once you have this down, then you can start animating better, right? So because for the rough pass, all you really need to do is really have like a sense of the volume of the character down and really focus on the acting, and you don't get caught up with the whole drawing thing as much. Okay. Now we'll just start drawing the keys first. Let's say this character turns here. So I'm constantly thinking about how big his head is, just making sure I keep it the same. Yeah. I'm going very quick and scribbly with this, as you can see. I'm constantly checking how big or small his nose should be. Just like that. And raise his eyebrows even more. There. Checking how far his ears are. As long as I end up with something which looks fairly close to this guy, that's all we need for the rough pass. Yeah, so right now we're just thinking about what the character is thinking. So as I said, someone called his name and he just turned in anger. All right, so we're just making him as angry as we can. Maybe we can also pick up his shoulders slightly because he's quite angry. Yeah, the hair probably would look a little different from this angle, right? Because as he turns his head, it might slightly be in this direction. I'm just realizing that his eyes probably might be a little too far. It should be here somewhere. Like that. Yeah. So we already have two upper keys. So we have this key and then we have this key. Yeah. So just for now, I'm not going to number these. I'm just going to make circles for the keys. Yeah. And that's also because there'll be some hold frames and all of that. So once we add all of those in, we'll get the actual timing of things. But for now, I'm just thinking about what the beats are, what the storytelling drawings could be, and I'm just drawing those in. Yeah. And then towards the end, I want him to change his reaction and be a little surprised. Okay. So again, just making sure that the volumes stay fairly consistent as we draw them. Okay, so let's play and see how it looks. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.